Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to be making a little video. It's going to just be kind of a little update video, tell you what's going on because, I'm kind of bored and that's what I felt like doing. There's not too many things that's going to mostly be related to cell phones, so of course, yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into it. So as you guys know, I unboxed the Galaxy S5 a few days ago, well, more like a week ago now, and yeah, I was planning on keeping that phone, but basically what happened is I saw the Galaxy S6, and I was like, well, this phone needs to be mine. And that was further solidified when I was able to go to Best Buy yesterday and check out both the Galaxy S6 and the S6 Edge in person. So I was able to hold them and use the software and check them out for a few minutes. And that's when I was like, okay, this definitely really needs to happen. I need to have this phone. So what I've been doing over the past 3 days is I ended up selling my Samsung Galaxy S5. I sold my iPhone 5C, and I've been selling some parts from this computer here. Now I'll get to that in a minute, but basically I'm selling all that stuff in order to raise enough money for me to buy the Galaxy S6, and I'm pretty much there. I have all of the money ready to go ahead and get the S6. But anyway, let's talk about the computer first of all. As you guys know, I've had a custom built for a while, but recently I just kind of figured out I have not been using this computer. I haven't turned it on in at least a couple of months now. So I figured, well, this is kind of a bucket of money sitting here that I could use towards the Galaxy S6. So what I've done is I've sold the CPU and the graphics card from this computer. I still have everything else. Currently, this is an empty case because I was planning on selling all of the parts, but I'm not doing that anymore. I figured out that I can get away with only selling the processor and the graphics card, and I can still afford the S6. And then what I can do is I can just get another cheap Haswell processor like a Pentium G3258 or something, stick it back in my board, take the 550 Ti from my other build over at my other house, and just kind of have a slightly downgraded, custom build that would still suffice my needs. So I mean, I was willing to take a slight downgrade with this computer for a better phone. So yeah. So like I said, I sold both my S5 and my iPhone 5C, so what am I using for a phone in the meantime until the Galaxy S6 actually drops? Well, I'm using the iPhone 4. So yeah, I'm using my iPhone 4 on iOS 5. So yeah, basically, I did a vlog not too long ago where I actually bought this phone. It was originally a black phone, but I transferred the logic board from that into my white casing. And basically, now I have my old white iPhone 4 on iOS 5, just like I did in 2011. So, pretty interesting. Using this phone as a main device is kind of painful. Honestly, this thing is, even with iOS 5 loading stuff, just because it's 3G, is still pretty slow. But it is bearable. I mean, if I was strapped for cash and and this was the only phone I could get, I would live with it. But don't expect to be running intensive apps on this thing, even Facebook, just because of 3G and the low system specifications. It's still kind of slow, but it is bearable. So if you ever wanted to know what it's like to use an iPhone 4 in 2011, there you go. So yeah, this is a 32GB phone, so I was able to fit all my music and stuff on here for now. But I mean, I only have to use this phone for a couple of weeks. The Galaxy S6 is expected to drop on April 10th, so yeah, I will be going to my local AT&T store across the street on launch day, and I'm pretty confident that they'll have stock. This isn't going to be like an iPhone where it's going to be out of stock from weeks. I hope not anyway. But I'm just going to waltz over there and see if I can get one. So there you go. But yeah, as far as the actual S6 is concerned, I held the regular S6, and I was instantly astounded that Samsung was able to build a phone like that. The S5 and the S4 and the previous Galaxy S phones, they were fine, but there was no getting around that they were built out of plastic, and they didn't really feel quite as premium as other flagship handsets that are out there. So But yeah, when I picked up the Galaxy S6, this thing instantly felt, I would have to say, better built than the iPhone, honestly. It felt more solid, it had chamfered edges, the edges weren't quite as curved, and it kind of is like, it's kind of like if an iPhone 4, an iPhone 6, and a Galaxy S5, if they all had a baby together, the Galaxy S6 is what would have came out, which is a really good thing that I couldn't really figure out. I couldn't really find anything about the phone right there and then that I didn't like. It felt very premium, the screen was beautiful, the camera opening was quite fast with the double press of the home button. That's a great feature. The camera now has optical image stabilization. It has Android Lollipop. In my limited testing, I saw no lag whatsoever. But then again, I only played with the phone for about 10 minutes. So we're going to have to wait until I actually get it and I can use it for a while before I make my first impressions video. But that is just a really early thing. I am really impressed with the Galaxy S6 and I will be getting it. So yeah, as far as the S6 Edge goes, I held it at the store, I played around with it a little bit. I don't like it at all. The sides are too narrow, like because the screen curves down, there's not much of a side to grip onto. It felt pretty sharp in the hand. I don't know, it just felt really awkward. I don't like the way it looks. I just don't like it at all. So I'm going for the regular Galaxy S6. So there you go, that's kind of my little update video on the cell phone situation. Figured I'd make it just to kind of, do an update video. So there you go. I will see you guys later.